All right, guys, I'm not exactly sure what category this watch might fit in because it's kind of elegant, dressy, but yet I feel like you could wear it on a regular basis, more of a sport watch. Maybe that's what classification it is in. But big thanks to Nick over at Exquisite Timepieces for sending this over. Link in the description to Exquisite Timepieces and the direct contact information so you can get a hold of Nick or any of the sales staff there. Really, make sure you tell them I sent you. And again, big thanks to them for sending this over so I can check it out and I can share it with you and you can see it. This is the Seiko SARF013. Yeah, you probably never heard of it. It's the Presage automatic GMT using the 6R64 movement, which is a great movement. We have handled that particular movement in a different kind of watch previously on the channel. This is the first time I've handled it in a smaller package because the size of this thing is actually really a critical component of how cool this one is. So it's a 40 millimeter case. The case is actually titanium too, so it's lightweight. And it must be like a grade 5 titanium because they polish it up. And there's a DiaShield probably coating on this to make it scratch resistant. But 40 millimeter wide. The lug to lug is a 47.8 millimeter. You can see the bezels scalloped for an extra contrast. It's a little bit on the thicker side at 14.9 millimeter, but we're going to kind of give it a pass. It has a double dome sapphire crystal, and it's lightweight, and it is a GMT with a power reserve indicator and a pointer date kind of at the sub-register. I guess we're going to call it a pointer date. I don't know what else you call it. 20 millimeter lug width and a 7 millimeter Reese's peanut butter cup shaped crown that is just a push-pull. You have 100 meter water resist. In this configuration, with this shiny blue leather strap and its fold-over clasp, weighs in at 81 gram, nice and lightweight. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain there's actually a bracelet that'll fit on this too. That's the same titanium. If you do some searching around, there's other colorways of this particular watch. One I really like, it's like a white limited edition one, but this blue one's really cool. This is like a starry night type theme on this dial. As I zoom in, you'll see that. But I'm pretty sure one of them had a bracelet. Now, you can probably get that bracelet for around $200. I think that might be a nice addition, whatever colorway you have, to track one of those down and pick it up. I'm not sure where you get them exactly, but maybe Nick at Exquisite can help you, or you might have to go searching around on the interwebs. But let's zoom in and take a closer look at this because the dial is definitely part of the show, just like the movement is. You can kind of see almost like a fingerprint, but those are like squiggly lines on the dial there, minus the sub-registers. And then it looks like there's something else going on there. Those are little silver or white specks to try to simulate a dark blue starry night. And I think Seiko might be the champion at dials because they make amazing dials spanning the entire range of their lineup, all the way down to sub $500 watches with cool dials, all the way up into the multiple thousands of dollars, or maybe even higher. I'm sure they go pretty high with some of their Grand Seiko stuff. So I think they are kind of the reigning champion of dials. I think they do a fantastic job. You also notice a GMT hand here with a gold trim on the hand and then a white pointer. So I like that it extends all the way out to that chapter ring, which is going to be a 24-hour register, so you can clearly see what the time is. That register at the 6 o'clock is actually your date, so it's pointing at the 30th. The register over here at 9 o'clock-ish is a 45-hour power reserve indicator. So as you wind the watch, you'll see that it increases, or if you wear it. The handset is a clean white handset, a very sharp, narrow sword handset, but it's not loom. It's almost like they're dipped in enamel or something. It's a really nice texture to those. The seconds hand has a crescent as the balance, and it's just a sharp, clean, polished seconds hand ticking all the way out there to the outer part of the register. Here's a look at the finish. Great brushing and polishing on this. You have a display case back showing off the 6R64 29 joules automatic, and you can wind it. 4 hertz, so it's beating at a good rate. It has a 45-hour power reserve. Okay, let's zoom back out. Okay, 1 pop to the crown. You can adjust, it's a traveler's GMT, guys. You can adjust the hour hand. And in fact, that's how you actually adjust the date. So if you look, as I scroll back around, this is how you advance the date. So there you go. And you can go backward with it too. So to set the GMT, you're going to do it as a complete time setting thing. So that's how you would set the GMT. Say you just want to, zero it out to 24, then you would go there, and then you go 1 position, and then you would just go like this. And then you could adjust the time. So if you just wanted to have it as like a AM or PM indicator, you could just do that. So many different ways you can use the GMT. I'm not going to get into the technicalities of that, but this is pretty much how I use it, because I usually don't track another time zone. I just use it as like an AM, PM indicator. Let's pop this on my 7¼ inch wrist. Price point on this, it's not cheap, but I think you're getting a lot of watch for the money. It's $17.50. So yeah, it's up there. I get it. It's still a lot of money. You're sub 2,000 and you're getting, I don't know. I feel like the watch is kind of flirting with Grand Seiko level quality and, function. Obviously, it's not going to be as decorated as movement as you might get with a Grand Seiko, but I kind of get Grand Seiko vibes with it, so I wouldn't be mad about that. That's one way to justify the $17.50, because it's probably a third of the price of a Grand Seiko counterpart. And it would be nice to snag that titanium bracelet if you can find one. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Nick and the crew at Exquisite Timepieces. I'll see you on the next video.